the Retailers Association is calling on the Premier to intervene in this electrical drama. Let's hear what they've got to say. Scott Driscoll's on the phone. G'day, Scott.
Good afternoon.
Mate, you're not really impressed with the unions with this power dispute?
Well, look, as we're speaking, the state's being held to ransom by the power unions. I think anyone probably over the age of 30 can think back and know what that gets like if it gets out of control. But right now, we've got a situation where the unions have said after 4:30 p.m. today, should a commercial business lose power, should they need emergency assistance, bad luck, you're on your own, see you tomorrow. And it's because the Premier apparently won't come to the party with what they're looking to get from a pay rise.
Whose side are you on?
Neither.
Yeah,
what we're saying is get this sorted out for the good of Queensland, for the good of Queensland business. Don't be leaving this to chance. You could be seeing enormous compensation claims should en masse fridges go out in commercial premises, let alone IT issues when you start to unravel it all.
Yeah, when you turn your mind to that, some of these big shopping centres, if the freezers and what have you go out, oh geez, the damages could be huge amounts of money.
Enormous. We're talking millions of dollars right across the state. If you had outages, as certainly we have had in Queensland and the southeast, in the recent last couple of years, everyone sort of runs straight for the fridge. Well, imagine if you multiply that by 1,000 times in a shopping centre precinct or across a region.
Let's be clear about this. I'm speaking with Scott Driscoll from the Retailers Association. Jeff Wilson, the Minister, has called on the unions to come back to the negotiating table. You reckon that's just pussyfooting around and the Premier needs to get involved?
Well, quite clearly, if a minister can't deliver an outcome before a union effectively goes on strike and has laid down the gauntlet to Queensland business and said, bad luck, guys, you're on your own until we get what we want, well, somebody else needs to get involved, and the obvious person has to be the Premier. The buck stops with her. You've
called on the Premier today. You represent the retailers in Queensland. What has been her response?
Nothing, which is a worry.
So the way things stand at present, if there are any power outages, your members, their freezers will go out and
see you tomorrow.
Bad luck.
Bad luck. I mean, this is absolutely what I think you would have to say is industrial terrorism. I mean, I understand there's a lot of people doing it tough. A lot of people are, looking for ways to make dollars go further, but this is not going to endear power workers and unions to the greater Queensland populace. If you're going to hold people to ransom, you better be ready to pay the price, or get back to the negotiation tables and be reasonable and get a solution.
Righto, Scott. Well, we've given you the opportunity to get a little bit of coverage for that. We shall watch with interest for the Premier's response.
Sure will.
Scott Driscoll from the Retailers Association on 4BC.